On this episode, we paint some stuff, install the stereo, and finally finish the front axle. Just got back from the RV show. Now that the paint's all dry, we're going to install new ball joints and eventually U-joints in the axles. I was hoping that even though the ball joint tool was too small to press out the bearings, it would work to press them in, but I had no such luck. Fortunately, my neighbor Joe had a piece of pipe that fit perfectly. Perfect. After the close calls in the last episode, I decided to ask Teresa for help. It was so much better having 4 hands to press these in rather than 2. Ready? Go.
I hate those things.
I do too.
They suck.
Got the ball joints. That was a pain. Next up were the U-joints in the axle shaft. It's Monday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Getting ready to install the driver's side knuckle. It's all cleaned up with new ball joints. Here's the tightening procedure. This is kind of interesting. 44 foot-pounds on the bottom, then 69 on top, then 150 back on the bottom, then 115 up top. I'm here with my buddy Joel. He's the first person to come help me work on this.
How's it going?
Appreciate it, Joel. Next up's the axle seal and the specific tool to install this. I was just finishing up the axle outside tonight, but I need to grind some stuff down, and it's 9:30, which is too late to grind and paint, so I'm going to switch over and do some car audio tonight. Thanks. It's 11:30 at night. I'm a little excited to get this in. My dash is all apart. We pulled the dog house off. And now I'm wiring the power cable for the little amp to the speakers. Well, it's 12:30 and I just realized I'm short one RCA cable, so I'm not going to put this together tonight. But I'm close. Maybe tomorrow I can do it. Maybe at lunch I can grab some RCA cables and at least get the head unit installed. Hey guys, it's my lunch break. I work 15 minutes away, so I got a 1-hour lunch break, 15 minutes to drive here. I get to work half an hour, then head home for 15 minutes. Doesn't seem like a great use of time, except that I'm trying to get this axle completely put back together, and I forgot to paint the dust shield. So I ran home from work, gonna grind the dust shields, get all the rust off, paint them. Okay, this is what we're starting with. You can take all that rust off and get it down to bare metal, prime it, and make it black. That side's looking pretty good. That side, not so good. Well, there's my lunch break. That was 25 minutes, so I got 5 minutes to paint and prime this, and then head back to work. So I'll be doing the second one tonight after work. After work, I gotta head back to Best Buy to pick up some RCA cables so I can install the amp tonight when it's too dark to be grinding out here. So that's today's plan. Just got off work. I'm here at Best Buy to pick up some RCA cables to make the amplifier work. And hopefully I'm done running errands for the night and I can get some work done. Got my cables, they had them here, 3 feet long, about $10 each. Props to the car audio guy here, he was super helpful. Let's go pay for these and install them. Alright, I got 15 minutes to wire wheel this and paint it before I go to Scouts, where I volunteer. I'm gonna be late to Scouts. I'm 10 minutes late to Scouts, but I gotta get this painted so when I come back it's dry so I can put on the axle. I'll be back. I'm back from Scouts. Now I'm gonna tackle the dashboard while I'm still waiting for the paint to dry on those brake dust shields. These Ford vans are awesome. There is tons of room above it, to the side, and even below it. So the amp I'm running is this little Clarion XC1410. It's a 4-channel amp, and it's smaller than a brick. It's a little bit bigger than like an eraser for a chalkboard. But it's so small that I can tuck it in behind the dash, so then I can keep all my wires up there except for the sub. Super awesome. It's supposed to sound great. It's only 75 watts, but that's okay. That's all I need. I'm not trying to make my ears bleed. I'm just trying to get the speakers the power they need. So 75 watts RMS. That'll be really cool. I was running the power cables through the firewall, and the plug that was stuck in there popped out, and I can't find it. Nothing like a 9:49 run to O'Reilly before they close. So I was looking for a grommet to go through the firewall, and I found those. And then I found these Honda PCV grommets, and I think these are going to be perfect. They are super, super beefy. 11 o'clock at night, the best time to do stereo work. So here's the engine. I'm going to show you where the grommet was that I found. Brake reservoir, brake booster, right there. And one of those grommets worked perfectly. I didn't have to enlarge the hole or anything. Just popped it right in, and it's perfect for my 2 little wires. Remember how I said it was awesome that everything fit in here? I'm having a hard time fitting everything in here. Alright, I gotta find a place for all these cables, and then I think it's actually ready to go in. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yay! It's 2 a.m. Let's see if it powers on. Yes! I'm tired. Hey, it's Thursday. Didn't get much sleep last night, but I'm glad that the stereo's in. Today for my lunch break, I'm headed to the FedEx hub to pick up an Amazon package for my subwoofer amp. They couldn't deliver it because we weren't home, and if we weren't home because we were working. And of course they don't deliver after working hours because that would make too much sense in a residential area. But I can't complain too bad because when you think about it, someone somewhere across the country, I think it was Florida, packaged a box, and for a very nominal fee, it went through hundreds of different hands to get to where I'm at. So can't complain because shipping is amazing when you stop and think about it. We try to keep this show G-rated, but with the hula girl, the sun melted the hot glue on her dress, so we gotta fix her dress. For some reason, this place always feels like we're doing a hostage exchange or I'm at a prison or something. Dang it, I just realized this is a 4-channel amp, so I either ordered the wrong one or they shipped me the wrong one. Dang it. I just checked my Amazon order and they sent me the wrong thing. I ordered the M500. They sent me the V500. Anyway, I can wait without a sub. It's no big deal. It doesn't have to happen right away, but it'd be nice to have that checked off the list of things to do in my head. So today I'm trying this new technique where you work on your car while it's still light outside so you can see what's going on. We're going to see how it works. I think it'll be better than working out here at midnight and 2 a.m. I was so close last night. All I have to do is ground the amplifier ground wire, and connect it to the battery to have working stereo. So I got power on the unit, but I can't hear anything out of the speakers. But it was so late, I wasn't about to push it anymore. Alright, here's my temporary Velcroed fuse holder until I decide where I want to put it. And all that is left is to connect this, but all I have are metric bolts. That doesn't feel right. And I don't want to hook it up until I get the right bolt. It's kind of my dessert and my prize for doing it right. Fender and I are off to Ace Hardware. We're gonna go get that nut. Alright, so the one I had from home is an M10 1.25. I'm starting to think it's an M10 1.5. Which is right here. 40 cents, because it's metric. Whew! A little bit scary. You ready, buddy? Alright, scoot over. Now the moment of truth, we're gonna see if the stereo works.
That's why some Islamic countries are going
Yay!
back to
Here we have the hub. It seems like a really good idea to Loctite these studs in, because when I remove them from the back in 100,000 miles, I don't really want the stud to come out, but I want the nut to come off. So I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, so don't follow this. Hey, it's Saturday, still working on the front axle. I needed a break from the van, so we went mountain biking this morning, and I'm ready to hit it hard. First up are these brake brackets are really rusty, so I get to bust out the wire wheel, inhale lots of rust dust, try and get this out, which is frozen in there, and try and get these painted and ready to install tonight or Monday. Alright, so I was trying to get that frozen pin out of here. I just sheared it off, so I'm going to try welding a nut to that, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to buy a new bracket. Which wouldn't be the end of the world, because I'm sick of grinding the rust off of this one. Alright, looks like I'm going to O'Reilly tonight to get a new bracket. Shh, I'm filming. Just got back from O'Reilly to get a new bracket, and they're different, of course. It looks like the same bracket, but these old ones have this little lip in here. I don't know if you can see that. This little lip right there. And the new ones don't. And they've got a little gap in there. That makes me worried, but the guys at O'Reilly assured me it was just fine. 3.423. 3.5. So 1/10 of an inch I'm not too worried about. So it looks like the same bracket, it's just slightly different, which always makes you a little bit nervous. I've never had baling wire before, but it seems pretty handy. Anyway, it's my new little jig to hold stuff up while I paint it. We'll see if it works. Appears to be holding. It'll probably drop right when all the paint's on and it's wet, right when I need it to not drop. And that'll be my fault. All those hours I spent wasting grinding the rust off my other ones, and I ended up buying new ones anyway. Oh well. I think gold caliper brackets are about as blinged as you can get. I'm all about the bling. Now I'm done painting, which means it's time for me to go in the house and edit episode 1. That's how far behind I am. So episode 1, think back when you watched that. Today is September 26th. So I'm curious how many days it'll take before this is visible. I started fiddling with the brakes, and I really like Ford's brake design. It's cool how this extra bracket is on here. You can leave it on and adjust your pads. It's going to be pretty cool. I also figured out on that bracket, remember how I was worried that it had that extra groove in there? Well, it's a really cool design on these slider pins that the boot goes inside and pops inside that extra groove in there. So I'm really happy I did get a new bracket and didn't reuse the old one, because it's going to end up being just great. Make sure the bleeder valve is up. I've done that wrong before. Oh, this is awesome with new calipers because the pistons are already pushed in, which is super nice. It's Wednesday, and that means the neighbor's mowing his lawn, and I have scouts in an hour. So I'm going to try and get these last C-clips in and get the hubs installed in the next hour. Then the front axle will be done. That'll be a great milestone. I figured out the problem. I put this spacer in the wrong place. This little washer is supposed to be for the vacuum hubs, which I don't have, so I probably don't even need it. But it goes between the hub and the knuckle. So I gotta pull the hubs off, pull the brakes off. That's okay, I can do this. Should be pretty quick. But I can't get it done before Scout, so I'll be back at it later tonight. Got it. That's way better. I'm finally done with the axle. Just gotta bolt my 4 steering arm bolts on, put some wheels on this bad boy, and fill the diff up with oil. It's ready to go. That's an exciting moment. Next time, we wire the subwoofer, pick up our new springs, and remove the front suspension from the van.